UFC 5 Game Modes trailer has been released. We're going to take a look at it. On the last video we did, it seemed like most of the feedback in the comments was people weren't happy with the grappling and with the fight engine updates. So you'll have to let me know in the comments if these game modes make it up for you.
Show you some more of the changes UFC 5 is going to bring and all of the new game modes that you are going to be able to check out. We're going to take a look at new features like UFC Fight Week, online career mode,
Fight Week, online career mode, Fight Now, and rule sets. Those are the big four.
Discover in career mode and tons of awesome stuff that's going to change the way you play UFC 5. Let's start with Fight Week. UFC 5 is truly an extension of the UFC fan experience, and there's no better example than with the Fight Week gameplay mode. It's a next-level, event-driven live service update. In the build-up to the biggest UFC events, you'll be able to take part in a series of all-new challenges and features that really connect you to the blockbuster UFC.
Special challenges the week of a real-life UFC event.
Let's take a look at everything involved. Going into Fight Week, you will be presented with several Fight Week challenges. These challenges give you different objectives to complete throughout the week.
All right, so different objectives throughout the week, so you can win rewards, unlock some fighter vanities.
Customization assets, emotes, and even UFC athlete alter egos. There's also
Alter egos. Interesting.
for real-world UFC events, so you can make predictions for the main card of every pay-per-view. You'll automatically then be seeded into Fight Pick.
That's a different way to get everyone involved.
And after the event is over, depending on how many of them you got right, the top ranking players will
Oh, there you go. You can get lucky and win some UFC coins. You never know. You can make the educated guesses, but UFC is pretty unpredictable. So there's some of the casual guys can win some points, win some coins, and improve your fighters. All right, and then some fight, one-on-one fight contracts. This is kind of cool.
This year, it's all about bringing the real world of MMA and the virtual octagon closer together into one awesome fan experience. With UFC Fight Week, you're going to be connected to all of the real UFC events. You can make predictions, compete with your friends, and earn in-game rewards just for watching and enjoying the sport and UFC 5. Another new game mode this year is online career mode with your own created fighters. It includes skill-based matchmaking, division progression, and title chases across 4.
Okay, so you can't create a dominant fighter that's 10 stars, 99 and everything, and go and dominate. So 2 separate game modes. And you're going to match it up with skill levels. And then all those vanity items that you unlock from all your UFC Fight Pick Week and all the contracts.
Moves and perks. And once you reach the level cap for your athlete, you can prestige, which will reset your
There you go. You can keep going.
Increase the level cap and unlock access.
They know how to keep you online playing.
There's also XP boosts that you can activate to increase your earning potential. But this year, online career is its own entire gameplay mode.
They haven't mentioned anything yet about being able to pay and buy any of this stuff. Everything they've mentioned has been unlocking it by completing the contracts or completing the challenges. So you have to let me know. I haven't played in a while. Are you able to purchase in UFC 4? Here you go. There's another more battle passes, like most EA Sports games. Unlock rewards as you go. So are you able to purchase these too if you want to spend money on the game? They haven't mentioned anything about it yet, so let me know in the comments. Historically, are you able to purchase to build your characters quicker?
All new alter egos let you play as your favorite athletes in their authentic
alter ego mode. So I guess early career and late career. Is Vitor on here? TRT Vitor versus non-TRT Vitor.
Challenges to complete across every game mode, so no matter how you decide to play UFC 5, you'll always be unlocking something cool. If you know anything about me and my content, you'll know that I absolutely love career mode in UFC games. And with UFC 5, we're getting some features to improve the overall experience, make things more enjoyable, and also increase the difficulty and immersion of becoming a UFC athlete.
I can't just cover up. Makes it hard to see shots coming in too.
Everyone's favorite trainer, Coach Davis, is back to guide you through a whole new UFC career with new cinematics, locations, and a refined focus on onboarding. But don't listen to me. Here's producer Rahman.
We like to see career mode updates every year in all the games. They don't typically do it every year, so it's good that they changed it, took some feedback, or at least took the analytics. I don't know if they took feedback from fighters or online players. Training camps suck. Simulate through it. There we go. Simulate through training camp. If you like playing training camp, that's fine, but then in any game that there's a career mode, or be a pro, I like to simulate through all that stuff.
across career mode just to get you to the fight faster. We've done a lot with our AI tuning this year in career mode specifically. Of course, sparring is hard, right? We do like there to be a little bit of a danger to sparring. There's always a chance of getting.
They're trying to make it more realistic.
There's
Okay.
always a chance of now getting cut as well in career mode.
Now, hopefully they fine-tune this with updates. So you don't want to see your guy getting battling injury every single fight or cut before every single fight.
Increased damage and increased stamina drain in our legendary career mode this year. It's going to be the most difficult and most challenging legendary career mode that we've had so far.
Okay, I won't be fighting on legendary. I jumped in superstar mode in NHL after not playing for 4 years, and I'm struggling through that.
Backyard to main event, championship, and main card fights. But things are a little different this time around. Main card fights are 3 rounds, main event fights are 5 rounds, and so are the championship fights, but they are of course for world titles. But whether you decide to fight online or off, if you go to the backyard, you'll have to fight 5 3-minute rounds this time around. And the judges
So you
will
can't
only
edit
score the
that?
fight based on damage.
They said you can edit everything, but you have to specifically fight to their preset. This does crack me up. I know it's been around for a while, but it cracks me up with all the work that Dana White and the UFC did to mainstream the UFC that they have a backyard fight mode. I like it, but it's interesting.
Necessarily playing the same way you would. You're going to be playing a little bit of a different gameplay meta when you do go into the backyard in UFC 5. Whenever you are fighting in the Kumite, it will be a single round.
It'll be to the death.
With our new damage system and
That's what Frank Dukes, the Kumite, you fight to the death.
The Kumite is such a drastic change from
No rules.
It's a lot more slower paced. There's no in between rounds to recover your damage anymore. So when you do get hit, that damage is gone.
If you do manage to last the whole 25
Okay.
minutes, it will go to a draw. Honestly,
I guess that makes it more realistic too.
To fight under, and whatever your preference, you're able to play online or off. And if you want to customize your game even further, there are now different play styles to choose from as well.
So what we've added are multiple game styles. There's the stand and bang game style, which will turn off all grappling. There's the
Some boxing with 4-ounce gloves, like it.
As real as it gets. So essentially turning off the HUDs, increasing damage, increasing stamina drain, making it as a simulation as we can possibly get UFC 5. What knockout game style does is it turns off health recovery. So when you do get hit, that health
Alright, so simulation mode, you must be able to recover, but knockout mode, you can't.
You can search for online
I
matches.
don't. If they're saying simulation's supposed to be as real as it gets, I mean, it's. I don't know why knockout mode would be different. Because if you are rocked, I mean, you're really not getting all that energy back anyway.
From the new awesome simulation style that uses real-time rounds and increased damage and stamina drain to emulate an authentic fight experience, to knockout that turns off health regeneration and recovery and applies unlimited stamina and combinations, or stand and bang, which lets you just fight exclusively on the feet. Honestly, I absolutely love that there are now all these new ways that you're going to be able to compete inside the cage in UFC 5. Whether you want to have a fight inside the UFC with the unified rules of MMA or something completely different with these new game modes and custom rule sets. All these new modes are also going to really change the way you're going to have to play and compete inside the cage. And the fact you can fight online and master whatever game mode you enjoy the most really lets you play UFC 5 however you want.
My most favorite feature this year is our fighter select. And one of the most special things about booting up any fighter game is looking at our fighter select and looking at the fidelity of our fighters, how our Frostbite engine has considerably improved our fighter select this year.
And of course, ranked online mode is back for the more competitive players. Pick your favorite UFC athlete, go head to head with other players online and compete for spots in
There you go. Compete to be the greatest UFC fighter in the world.
Try and make your way up to compete against the best players in the world and compete for online world titles. Ranked is once again separated
What's
into
that?
20 divisions.
Ranked must be
and there are
different.
challenges
Okay,
to
it's
complete
different than the
regional
career
top,
mode
as well as
with your
playing
create a
groups
player.
with your title defenses. UFC 5 is the next step in mixed martial arts gaming, and with it comes changes to the visuals and game mechanics, as well as a whole host of all these new game modes for you to step into the virtual octagon and experience the UFC like you've never done before. Want to have a 25-minute Kumite fight where your health does not recover the whole time? You can do it. UFC 5 is really raising the bar this year, and it promises to
All right, who's excited now?
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments. Are you excited now for the UFC, the guys that weren't? Did this do it for you? Hit the video with a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.